Hi everyone, my name is Jalissa Zayez, and I will be talking to you all today about school shootings in America and the importance of having more gun control laws here in America. So I just want you all to take a quick second and imagine a 5-year-old student sitting in a classroom and the next thing they hear is gunshot and screams. Imagine the feeling of the unknown, not knowing what's going on, but the feeling of fear just takes over you. Imagine the fear of that 5-year-old child, being told to crouch down and to hold hands because God only knows what's next. This is the feeling that unfortunately a lot of students have felt because of the amount of mass shootings in America, and it's really sad. School shootings in America have been a growing concern for many years. In an article titled School Violence Reported School Shootings and Making Schools Safer by Doublechan and Morris, they say that from 1760 until 2010 in the United States alone, there have been more than 310 documented shootings on school property. Since 2010, there have been at least 80 more school shootings. That's an average of 20 school shootings per year from 2010 to 2014. And the number of deaths of these additional school shootings is 86. It's tragedies like the one of Columbine High School massacre where the 12th grade students murdered at least 12 students and one teacher, and the one of Sandy Hook Elementary School where 20-year-old Adam Lanza fatally shot 20 children between the ages of 6 and 7 years old, and in addition to that, 6 staff members. It just goes to show that school shootings hold no mercy to anyone. Ranging from ages 5 to 65, it does not matter. The people who have these guns and come to kill in schools, they have no mercy. They do not care at all. These types of tragedies touch the hearts of every American, and it is time to better understand the particulars of the most horrible forms of school violence, and unfortunately, that's school shootings. The problem here is the lack of guns in America. There's no gun control laws here. They say guns don't kill people. People do. But is that entirely true? The main issue lies in the ownership and issuances of unlicensed guns. In order for school shooting rates to decline, the United States government needs to directly control the distribution of guns, because the only way people can kill others is if they have a gun. There's a lack of gun control in America. Guns are getting in the hands of wrong people, of those who are mentally unstable, those who are just filled with so much anger and rage, and people who unfortunately just have no heart and have no mercy towards others. According to statistics that I found on the FBI Homicide Index Home Office, and these statistics came from Canada, Australia, as well as the United States. But the United States has a 64% of gun-related killings, whereas England and Wales are at a 4.5 and Canada is at a 30.5. That alone just goes to show you that guns are just they've become something that everyone just owns now, and it's just so easy to get. Yeah, we have what's the word that I'm trying to find? We have gun licenses and we have things like that. But do you really think people are following those rules? Do you really think people are using what guns are actually for? No, they're not. And that's something that needs to change here in America. And if we want to see a change within our death rates and our amount of gun violence, as opposed to other countries, then it's time for it to change. So on that same FBI document that I found, there was a quote that really stood out to me, and it said that behavior is an expression of personality, but one bad day may not reflect a student's real personality or usual behavior pattern. And aside from one of my solutions being to add more gun control laws in America, I also think it comes from within. It comes from within the school. And I say that because a lot of the school shootings that we've had here in America, it's because either students that have attended that school have a personal connection to it, or people who used to go to that school or something like that. So I feel if the school actually took the time to get to know every student, maybe do monthly check-ins with each student, their guidance counselors say hey, what's really going on, let's talk. You can never judge a book by its cover. There's more within a person than what you think. And I feel that's really important for the school systems to start doing, because you don't know what a child is going through. They're filled with rage, they're filled with anger, they're probably being bullied every day, and a school system won't know that. So I feel with the addition of more gun control laws, and maybe the school system, actually doing something to help the students and to talk to them and to get to know them on a more personal level, that can be very beneficial, and that can do a lot. And it could possibly decline our, like, the rates in America, the gun violence rates in America. But despite that, there really there has to be more gun control laws here in America. There has to be, whether it be prohibiting anyone who is not in the correct mental state to purchase a gun, or not issuing gun licenses at all. I personally feel that guns shouldn't be allowed, period. For hunting purposes, okay, but I feel like no matter what, they're just gonna get in the hands of the wrong people, and unfortunately, we need to find a way to change that. And I say that, well, I believe that we should do like a screening, like a test, like to see where your mental state is at. See if you are in actual need of like a gun. Like, do you live in an open area where you actually need a gun for your safety? Or are you actually a hunter and you actually do need a gun? Things of that nature. I feel like there should be more tests and more requirements to be able to purchase a gun in America. And that's like one of my solutions that I came up with to decline this rate, because I personally don't think that any more students should be dying. And the fact that parents are so scared to send their children to school because they don't know if they're going to come back. Because of the amount of school shootings that we have in our society today, it's sad. No parent should feel like that. No parent should see their child go before them. And that's something that I believe strongly in. And it's sad because these innocent kids are just going to school to learn and praying every day if they're going to be able to come back home. And I know for me, that's something that I also go through too in a college. Like, even though I'm a college student, like, it still hits me too. It's like you never know what's going to happen when you step out of your dorm room. Or if you're a commuter, what's going to happen when you step out of your car. So with that being said, I just want you all to just take a step back and visualize what our world would be with more gun control. Just think about the news. Maybe it'll probably be more positive. No more negative news. No more school shooting at such and such elementary school. No more 20 students fatally shot. Crazy psycho on the loose. Like, it's just, I believe that if we had more gun control and if we had like government officials who actually cared a little more about things like this, then our society would be different. Our news system would be different. Like, you wouldn't hear so much negativity on the news if we had such a thing. So I believe that it is time to push for more gun control laws here in America, prohibiting anyone that is not in the correct mental state to purchase any form of gun, to have more screenings, to have more tests before you're actually able to purchase a gun. And I think it's important. I think it's really important. I think that it's something that we need to take into consideration, because every time we look, there's more people dying, more people that shouldn't be dying. So thank you, and let's push for more gun control laws.